Hey folks, welcome back. I'm David. This is Living Texas at Hidden Spring Farm. Give you a shot of the cows. They're in here on the mineral tubs right now. That's Piper. She just come out. Look how dirty that girl's face is. Anyway, today we're going to take another step forward and get my father into his tiny home. Hopefully, remember I've told you guys, hopefully by the end of October. We have had some major scheduling conflicts with some of the contractors, and a couple of them have been real easy to work with. There's a couple of more that have been just a pain, and today hopefully we can get something started on what we need to get started on over there with one of the contractors. They are literally going to be close to 7 hours late showing up for the time that they said they were going to be here. So unfortunately, we're in a position to where we cannot change contractors on this part because we need this part to happen for the next part to happen. And the other contractor was really helpful in rescheduling his stuff to wait on this part going in to where we can get our this portion put in today, and most likely going to be tomorrow, because by the time they get here, it'll be getting dark within an hour, maybe an hour and 15, 20 minutes at the most. There's no way they're going to be able to finish today. They're just going to have to come back tomorrow. Anyway, stick with us. You'll see what's going on. And hopefully the fact that I got a migraine today does not overshadow this video, because we're excited about this portion going in. We've been wondering what it was going to look like since we purchased it. We got an idea, but we need to get it in, get it built, get it finished, so we can move on to the next step. So besides this part, all we have is to finish out utilities. And tomorrow, fingers crossed again, tomorrow the contractor for the water should be here to get the water hooked up. So after that, about mid-month, we have the septic system going in. Shortly after that, it's going to be electrical. But in order to get that done, we got to get done what we're doing today. Y'all come on and join us today. Let's see what steps we're taking forward. I told you we'd take you guys on this journey with us. Happy to have you guys. Oh, you talking about where to put the deal? Yeah, just
It's a 19.
yeah, just split it in half. I'd like it to try to go all the way back that way though. Yeah. And then just, I guess, split that foot 6 inches on each side.
6 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The overhang is what, 6 inches? So it'll fall on the ground. Okay, that's good. Well, this is the first two pieces out, so this should go pretty easy. I will tell you, so far, I knew, looking at having dealt with another company that puts these things up, I knew that the legs, they're going to be closed in on the front. And I sent the company that we purchased this one from, I sent them videos and pictures of the shop that I have where we close the legs in. And it has a C channel on the front. And they did not send the C channel. They sent 2 pieces of trim that's going to overlap and look like crap. So I just let him know they got the wrong trim on the trailer, so he's making a phone call to see what's going to happen from here. But it's got to be done right.
Color black.
Color, everything's black and vertical.
Yes, sir, vertical.
And then these 2 legs down here are closed on both sides.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Right, but I'm talking about this leg. This leg right here.
Yeah.
It's got metal on the outside and metal on the inside.
On both sides?
On both sides.
Final this side, this, other one?
Yeah, the leg that's here,
yeah,
has metal on both sides, vertical, and then a cap on each end. See, look. You see the red? It's got metal on the outside, metal on the inside, and then the brown. Leg, it ain't this big.
Yeah, okay.
Over there. So you should be able to cut flat and cut flat, and you have 2 small pieces on each side.
I got it.
You got it?
Okay, yes, sir.
So I had to take them over to the shop. Had to get on the phone with a translator and get it worked out so they understand how that C trim goes on these legs. And this will be the 3rd building I've had done like this, and the 3rd time that it seems these building people don't understand how to do this stuff. So anyway, we're going to get through this, and it's going to turn out and it's going to look good because it's going to get done right. And that's what I tried to explain to the office lady, that I'd already sent them videos and pictures and everything else about how we wanted it done from our other building. So we should be good on this one because all they're doing is closing in 2 legs. So we should be good. All right, well, I'm gonna turn in for the night after I get the cows taken care of. They were supposed to do the building Thursday. They showed up late. When I say late, they showed up in the evening, right before dark, then left. Supposed to be back the next morning at 7 o'clock. They didn't show up. So I called the company, and the company said, well, they're getting that trim that you wanted. And the trim that they had brought was wrong, so I didn't mind that at all. But then she says, well, you know, when this crew's done with yours, we're probably not going to have them back. They're messing up pretty bad. So I told them, I said, well, why are y'all sending them to my house if you're going to fire them or not have them back anymore, but you're still going to send them to my place? I'd prefer y'all not to do that. Well, they had some of the metal on their trailer, plus they had left their ladders. So they come here and drop the metal off and pick up their ladders. And let's just say they weren't happy when they got here. And when they got here, they had brought some scratched metal. So let me show you guys that. So there's tons of this metal that's scratched. Look how bad it is. And what's bad is the building is totally black, so the scratches are going to show up more. Here is the door. It's damaged. And then a lot of this metal is scratched. You can tell like this. So there's so many sheets of this metal that are scratched. But they also, I showed when I was on, I had done a video call with the management of the company because they were concerned about how much metal was scratched. So they contacted me and said, hey, can we do a video and you show us everything? So I did that, and then had to show them that those guys still brought the wrong trim. There's no way of knowing what size trim you're going to need because they can bend this stuff at the shop. They don't know what size trim they need until they get those legs closed in. And normally you have to wait about a week or 2, and they'll come back and put the last pieces of trim on, and you're good. And we were good with that. But the guy was acting like he knew what he was doing, and I tried to explain to him through an interpreter that he didn't, and this is what the problem with we ran in before. So I was trying to give him a little advice, but he wouldn't listen. And so that's the predicament we're in now. And apparently he doesn't listen to a whole lot of folks anyway, because they're not going to have him back anymore to do any work. It's sad for him and his family, but I mean, I don't know what it is nowadays with the customers. I know customers act a fool sometimes, but I tell you, these companies have this mentality that they can just do what they want, and you're going to pay what you're going to pay, and you know, that's the way it's going to be. And I just don't agree with that. I mean, if you agree to a price for an item, then so be it. You should get the item, and you should get it the way that you ordered it, right? Nobody's asking for any extra. I'm asking for what I paid for. So having problems with that. But guess what? The sun's about to come up over the neighbor's place over there, You're not going to believe this. They have got a crew out here this early in the morning to start working on that building. We'll see how far they get, if they're able to finish with all that damaged metal that I showed you guys in the other video. But we'll get it taken care of. Hey, y'all check out my sign. That's my no trespassing sign. All right, guys. Well, we got a good start to this morning. We'll see how things go. Get this thing up. We'll be one step closer. Let's see where we're at. Y'all can see straight through that big old pine on the right side of the road. Sun's about to break that skyline there. There you go, folks. That's a little better shot of that sunrise in the morning. Coming up over the pasture. Cows are all the way out there at the fence. Don't get much better than that, folks. All right, well, it is, I don't even know what time it is. They were here 3 hours. And that problem I told y'all that I was having with the building and the metal being scratched and stuff like that, they looked at the metal and had to call the company and said every piece of metal is damaged, so they need another kit except for the framing stuff. But this is what they got done today. And the reason why they didn't get more done is because the last crew that was working on this didn't leave all the supplies. So when they got here this morning, I had to give them screws to put temporary screws in to hold this, which you can see up here. So I had screws left over from another building I did. And so they got that held up with those. The L brackets, and you guys know these things aren't built as solid as you'd probably build them yourselves. But all the L brackets, they were missing 6 bags of screws and some other parts of the vertical, the studs. We are delayed again. The company called me, told me what he said, and I just want to make note right now that this crew that was here was very professional. They were 4 great guys to hang around with and watch them work. Just laugh, full of joy, unlike the other crew. And so they have to go back, and believe it or not, they say they're going to come back at 5 in the morning with the whole other building kit of the sheet metal, all the trim. They saw the damaged door, the front door, so they took it back. So they're going to be going and coming back tomorrow. So looks like I'm going to probably make a 2-day video out of this. Anyway, so that's where we're at. Let's go over here and look from the road. See what it looks like having at least a structure up next to the home. That's what it's going to be like. He's going to be able to drive right up here, park there, walk across that sidewalk. Man, if I was thinking about it, I would have put in a covered sidewalk. But that's out here, man, it's just a waste of money. That money could be well spent somewhere else. Buy him a nice chair, something like that. He's 82, so you never know what the Lord has in plan, but it has in the store. But if he lives to be 100, he'll be over here for 18 years, and at least he'll have a nice place compared to what he had before. And if anything happens before 100, well, then this place will be set up for my son. So anyway, that's what it looks like now. And I cannot wait to get done with this project. It seems like this week we have run into so many problems with the gas company not showing up, the plumber not showing up on the day they were supposed to, and then having to deal with the metal building people with all the problems with that first crew. So hopefully it'll get turned out just right, and we can get finished with that portion. Once that's in, then we can do the electrical, get the electrical done. So anyway, I'm going to end it for today, and we will pick back up in the morning. Y'all have a blessed day.